And I'm not going to say that we're painting eggs. We're not painting eggs. We're not even dyeing eggs. We're drawing eggs. See, these were, like, these here were written because that's what we do, because Pysanky means to write. Pysanky is plural, Pysanka, which is one. And this is a plural because we have. And so we're writing. And what they did, because it's folklore tradition, they would write their story. So when you think of a design for your own egg, maybe you want to write your story. Or maybe you just want to draw something on it. So I said it was writing, and you have this is your pen. It's a Kiska, and your ink is beeswax. Not regular wax, it's beeswax, because you want it to come out black. And beeswax has a low melting point, so it gets turns black because of the carbon. I'm not a scientist, I'm just telling you the basic thing. The wax will turn black when you put it to the flame. Now, if you have an electric Kiska, it's not going to turn black, so you have to use black beeswax. But we're not going to use electric because we only have one. And, okay, so it's, like I said, it's folklore, and it started way back pre-Christian time in Ukraine and some of the Slavic countries, Poland and the other ones, Russia. And they, the eggs symbolize new birth, and so most of them were farmers, so, they had chickens and stuff. So they would think, hey, eggs, it means new birth, and I'm going to decorate them. But they put, they would use them more like a rabbit's foot talisman or something like that, and they would put one in the ground for good planting, good crops, or they'd bury them with a corpse, good life after, or put them in their barns, four corners, or in your house up in the eaves, good luck, and that sort of thing like that. So, and I said it's a story. So when even in that time, they had decorated, the trees too, they put them on trees, over a barn door in case of fire, animal troughs, so they'd have good births. Beehives, because bees are very important. I wouldn't want to be the one to put them in the beehive. And then they used them as gifts. And then for children, they'd use light colors. Bright colors, light colors. Teens would be mostly white, a lot of white in them because they had a future unresolved yet. And black for the older people. They give them gifts for weddings, births, such as that kind of thing. So the whole thing being written, there's symbols, and and then especially when the Christian times came to Ukraine and such, they'd use these symbols, like there'd be triangles for triune. They'd have fish, wheat. It was a breadbasket of the world, it was. Birds, snakes, flowers, all that sort of thing. And then the colors, and I think some of that's on your papers, the meanings and this, I hope, colors and all that stuff, because I'm not going to go over every single thing, but colors, purple for royalty, red, strength, white, purity, they all had meanings, colors, and the symbols. So when you think about drawing something, maybe it's something about your story, or the story of somebody you're going to give it to, because they're usually given, but you can keep them. So, and then I said flowers, like sunflowers, the flower for the Ukraine. Ladders, nets. You see a lot of netting, very intricate. Mm-hmm. And I want to say these aren't greatest because I'm not anywhere Ukrainian at all. I didn't, and this has been usually passed around to generation to generation. So they've been doing it ages upon ages. You know, I don't have anybody. I used to go to the Ukrainian fest, and it's just such an interesting thing, you know, in the embroidery that they do on clothing, pottery. You go to that, you can, you know, there's outfits for dancing, all that sort of thing. Okay. So if you really want to see something really good, you go there, and it's right up, Jehoshaphat's right up the Ridge Road.
Oh, yeah, right.
They have a festival every year, but they also have a store in there that's open during their church hours. And there's another one on St. Paul. And then, of course, there's Polish St. Stanislaus. Okay, so the Christian side. So I'm going through this quick because it takes so long to do the stuff yourself. So these eggs that I'm going to give you are blown out. Traditionally, they don't blow them out. But they got their eggs from the farm, right in the farm. They're fresh eggs. Eggs from the store go through a factory-like system, so they're a little marked up, and they could be broken or crack. Any crack in it's going to be bad. I just took one out here. It's got a hole in it. And so you got to be very careful, especially when you don't blow them out, because they could burst. And we had that in our house. We've had that done. So, but there's advantage, because if they're not, if their hole not blown out, they will sink in the dye. Now, if they're blown out, they won't sink in the dye. They'll be floating on top. So that's why you got a holder and a clothespin to hold it down. And I said, don't bring an egg, because these are one-hole eggs. This is a one-holer. You put a hole in the egg, and then you blow the egg out. So you have one hole.
One hole,
not two holes, huh?
Oh.
We don't want too many holes in it, because it's going to leak.
But you blow it through the shell?
No, you put this into the hole.
Oh.
This is hollow.
And that's a little...
And you blow it out.
And then it comes out the same hole.
You can
it
use
comes
the eggs
out
to
the
be
same
fresh.
hole. Oh, I get it. I did not know that.
And the eggs, of course, you don't eat if they're not blown out. You don't eat them, because this is the dye is dye.
Toxic.
It's not vegetable dye.
No.
You can't eat it. But you wouldn't want to eat it anyway if they're decorating and cracking open. So, I think that's about it. So you got your Kishka. You can, I have books here and pictures, and I know you don't have colors, but there's books with pictures and stuff too. You can get supplies yourself at Dan's Crafts, or online anywhere. You can get all kinds of crafts on there. And they have the dyes. They have electric Piskas. They have everything you need, really, Piskas and stuff like that. Or you can get it, there's tons of things online. You can look on YouTube to see how to do it and all that stuff. But it's more fun to do it yourself right here, face to face, right? Okay, and then after you're all done, we're not going to do this because we don't have varnish here. I'm not going to do all that, so I'm going to send it. You make sure you take a bag, put your egg in it, and take a little ornamental piece to cover up the plugs you have in your egg. So you take one of those, and you can use polyurethane or some kind of varnish, whatever. Most people have that stuff, because it would just be...
like spray stuff?
You can use the spray stuff, but do it at home. And this here, my husband made, if you were doing a lot of eggs and you had, at the end time, you have to melt all the wax off, you could put it in the oven at a low temp, and you do it and they'll melt.
Oh.
Or you can use it for, you see the varnish on here, you spray it. So, what else am I missing? So you start with your white egg, or you can use brown eggs too, but white eggs, and you're going to, so you lightly draw your design, and then you want to put it in a light color first. Traditionally, this is what you do. You can do 2 colors or 12 colors, but I'm just telling you, we probably don't have time for 12 colors, because we got to share. So you white, and then everything white is going to stay white. Then you put it in the yellow, or your light color, your next color, and everything under there is going to be yellow. And then you keep going on down the line. Woo! So you get a lot of wax all over the whole egg. And then you're done of that part, and then you have to melt it all off. Okay. So, first of all, you got to be you take the egg, hold it in your hand, or lay it on the, I wouldn't put it on the newspaper because ink comes off, on a piece of tissue, and draw your design with the pencil, okay?
We have
No, you don't have me yet. We're getting there. I'm just telling you,
Oh, I see.
okay? And you draw the design, and then you you're going to take your Kisker, you got the candle lit, you get a little bit of wax, you got to heat it up. It's going to heat up in this funnel, like, see? And you don't put it on the flame, just put it near the flame. Okay, and be very careful. And then you take a little bit of wax in the funnel, and it'll come out, and it'll come out and make long strokes. And if you make a blob, you'll have to make it into something else. That's the name of the game. And now you can put, flowers, anything, lines. And I gave you a few little designs there. See? All right, so then you're putting that on, and that'll be black, and then you want to put it in your first color. Take it off. Take it out of the color. Put color that in, and then you keep going back and forth, back and forth. But don't get it too close to the flame. Don't erase any pencil marks, because they're going to show. If you got something you want to erase, you can use a little bit of mineral spirits or a wipe. Because if you erase, it's not going to die under there. So be careful. And then be careful at the flame, you don't get it charred. Just, it's just melting the wax. That's all it's doing. And then you're going to rub it off with the tissue. Don't rub hard. No, just dab. You take it out of the dye, you just lay it on the tissue. Just dab it. The whole side down, because it might leak. So you got your little circles there? Yeah, you can set them on that. It should set safely on there.
When she gives us the egg.
Put some tissue under it, so you want to dab it. It'll take time. And you'll probably get it on your hands.
Oh, yeah. So you said you had some gloves,
Get it on
right?
your hands. We do have gloves, but they're awkward.
We can pass them around if you want them.
It's kind of dangerous, too.
Oh, by the candle.
Yeah.
But if you really...
Yeah.
They're here, if you want to use them.
We'll pass them around then.
It'll come off, yeah, well, if they want them.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then it'll come off eventually. All right, we do have wipes here and such. Just be careful. We got a lot of tissue, but we have to share it, as you see. Okay?
Linda, did you say that the pencil lines, that we have to take them off, or did you say pencil?
No,
lines?
don't take them off. Do not erase the pencil lines. They'll be covered, they'll come off. Don't make them real dark, but you're going to cover with the wax. You're going to cover all the lines. And if you want fill-ins, if you have, now I wouldn't do great big areas of filling in because you won't be able to fill it in like that. Little areas you can fill in. You just cover it all up. Anything you want to be that color, you cover it up with wax. Okay? It's a step-by-step process. Like batik. And you go light to dark. But you might want two colors. That's okay too.
So, for example, this one
Yeah.
has pink and purple. Which color did you do first?
I did pink.
Pink first.
Purple
That's
last.
okay.
I did white first, actually.
Okay, you did white first.
But when you, so there's white dye or it's white?
No.
It's the wax.
That's your first one because the egg's white.
Right, okay,
So everything under there is going to be white.
okay. So you did those white lines with the wax, that keeps the dye off, or you dye it?
Right.
Right, so
The
the-
wax keeps the dye off.
Right, okay.
Everything under the wax.
And that's why it has to dry in between, I get it.
They dry fast.
Okay.
Yeah. It dries fast. You take that
I
out
get
of
it.
the dye. The wax will
No,
dry
that's a good
fast.
question, Jan. I didn't
And
get it.
it won't
So you
dye
put the
there.
pencil lines on, and then you put wax over them.
Yeah.
And
You're
then-
going to put your pencil lines on.
Then you put more pencil.
Wax
And
over.
then you put more pencil lines.
And then.
You can
The
put
next
more
one.
pencil lines. Or you can put the whole design on. You can put the whole design on if you want. You're just not going to cover it
You're
all
not
at
gonna
the
wax
first
it all at
time.
the same time, okay.
Um,
There's a
Figure this
question
out.
down there, Linda.
Yeah.
I think it would be better, instead of explaining,
Just do it.
just do it.
Yeah,
Just do
right,
it.
that's
That
where
way
we
you
have
can
just
walk
do it.
around and help us.
I just want to say a little
None of us
about,
have never done this before.
right, about the background because it's intriguing actually, if somebody else told it probably. But it's, they just didn't slap on,
Yeah, I think if you were actually giving us all the eggs and then you kind of went through the whole
You're ready to
process,
pass
then.
We're giving you eggs.
I like to learn that.
Step by step, we watch her do it, we do it. She does it, we do it.
I'm liking to learn my story. I think that's even interesting.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay,
Here, take this.
all right, we'll start with the bigger box, huh? Is that the one you want to substitute?
Maybe we need to take it. We might need it.
Thank you for
Be careful.
preparing all these eggs.
Be
Linda.
careful because they're breakable. I have a couple extra, not a lot.
Because they're all stuck.
Good idea. Or did it crack? Did it crack though?
Linda, can I ask you a question? The wax, are both the candles and this thing, are these wax?
No, the candle is not, but you're not using the candle.
We are not going to use this wax, yes.
No. We're only using the beeswax. You don't use the wax out of the candles just to heat it up. It's just going to be to heat up the writing.
Are we lighting the candle in any particular way?
Well, maybe we should light one and
We could do that. I could help walk that around.
I got 2 lighters and matches. I'd
I'm
rather use
no
a
good at a
lighter.
lighter. I can't use a
Ooh,
lighter.
okay, this makes smoke. What?
No, it doesn't matter. No, because she checked that. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
All right, got some back here.
I never did. I know. Here's a bunch too, just in case.
Who would like a candle?
Nobody had a big one. In case you see a crack or something, there are a few more.
I want to jump in.
Somebody left.
Well, there's only 20 of us. Oh, I didn't take one.
Here's a nice one.
I didn't take one.
Here's a nice one.
I don't know about it.
Now, okay, here we come.
So now we're going to start making our designs, huh?
So the, everything in the background, that's my lightest color.
Mm-hmm. And then you fill in.
Okay. I'm just trying to, there's more of a lightest color here.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's usually yellow, but we're gonna have to share.
That candle is,
Yeah, that's a bad candle.
No.
Don't, isn't there an extra?
Yeah, there's extra.
It's still there.
There we go.
Oh, okay.
so yeah.
No, I mean, I'll light the candles.
Here they are.
Camera switch.
We got one for you, blow that up.
Yeah, I know, this one doesn't want to stay.
Jen, may I light the candle?
Oh, do you want to light the candle?
I have a snuffer, so we.
Oh, okay. So, I'm getting this warm.
No.
We have a,
Okay.
There you go. Is that really,
Is everybody else's candle behaving?
what's your?
we don't have them right
I'll
there.
light me that one.
Okay.
Huh. Oh, I didn't draw my thing first. Duh.
I can't.
Would you light hers if I light yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have a stray egg in
Could you
here in the
move it this
middle.
way, please? Thank you.
A stray egg.
I can't crawl under there.
No.
Oh, that's fine. We'll pick it up later when we clean up, right?
Well, I know you're gonna use it, but we
Renegade
did not.
egg.
I think it'll sit in there really good.
This thing keeps cutting out.
Oh, I don't know
It's gonna
where
fit.
these went. I'm gonna
Oh.
give it back to you.
Yeah, they go here.
Okay, so we gotta draw our design first.
You
with the
draw your
pencil.
design.
Draw my design first.
I got like, Linda, I could draw my design and then do it and then draw my design again without, I could
You can
think-
draw anything you want.
I could think ahead, but I don't have to think ahead, right?
You don't have, no.
No, I'm just trying to
You
figure
can
out.
draw whatever you
I don't
want.
know.
Because I'm thinking about my
There's
story.
leaves, there's birds,
So how-
there's
Okay, I'm confused. How does the wax get out there?
stars, moon, sun.
She said it's gonna go
Everybody
in
get
this
one of
little.
these?
No, yeah, you're gonna
I
just
mean,
warm
you
it
can do
up
this
and then you're
later.
gonna take
There's
that.
10 ways to divide an egg. They do have egg lays.
Yeah, but I'm
You
confused.
can use, and I think she's doing it,
How am I
a
getting the
rubber
wax?
band around it to make a perfect circle. Oh, no, but if
Yeah, this is definitely an interesting process, huh?
drawing
It's a
circle,
process.
well, yeah, it should be easy. But they have a thing of 40 triangles.
Yeah, I'm not sure how the wax gets in there,
And they
on
don't
there.
always turn out.
Jane, I think you have to, get the little cup-like thing upright. I don't think the wax has gotta, you gotta scrape it so the wax is inside the cup.
Okay, then you
Oh,
warm
I'm
it?
sorry, yeah.
Yeah, that's,
You put the, I should,
Yeah.
you put the, heat up the Kiska,
okay.
scoop up some wax in the funnel part. It's like a
Okay.
funnel.
Oh, okay.
And then,
And you just
Alright.
put it next
I'm
to
gonna
it.
do this first, I think.
You
The
can
lines
make
are-
This is your story, huh,
This is
Sally?
my story.
My story and
So
I'm
now-
sticking to it. yeah.
especially when it's,
I know my story changes all the time. Now, she
Did
said
you
put
get
it,
any
put it
wax?
near here. I'm gonna move this
you
closer.
get
Yeah.
it, get a bunch.
Going back to water.
This
This is where you live, right?
This is way too soon to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not easy.
I didn't think if you want proportions.
Can we,
And if you think
can
you're
we,
fine-
could we put the wax near the flame to the?
Near, not in, don't just put it.
Yes.
Oh, the wax?
Yeah, to get it
That's not how
warm.
you're supposed,
Yeah.
to get it warm.
That's coming out there, I saw it.
What it was? Really? I didn't see it. No.
Yeah, I didn't see anything coming out the bottom yet, so that's what I'm trying
Well,
to
you
figure
know, that's
out.
part of the trick. I'll figure it out.
Ah.
I
It's
know.
part of the trick of,
Is it coming out the bottom?
Heat it up, you
Heat it
can
up.
put that into the flame.
oh, you can put this
Yeah.
into the flame. Oh, that helps me
I'm
know that.
saying the egg, it will
Ah.
turn
Put the egg near
black.
there.
So put the metal, what is this called again?
The Kiska? Did you say
Kiska. K-I-S-K.
Oh, there it goes.
it's dripping
Yes,
out?
you see it's
Dripping.
dripping blobs.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
See
okay.
how fast it goes?
Yeah, I don't care.
And now if
I'm
you
not
find
getting any
your
blobs.
Kiska isn't
Oh,
working well,
and this-
we have extras. They are supposed to
This
be
turns
different
black,
sizes,
gotcha.
but
It really, once it gets going.
it's hard to
It'll
tell.
start dripping, huh?
And, but I put this right in the flame, she said. She said, put this right
It's
into the
rolling around,
flame.
hold it down.
Got it.
They are a little double tinted.
We
Oh,
did
dear.
ask, we did ask permission to,
Ah,
whether
there
we
we
could
go.
have flames
And it's a
here.
blob.
Okay, well, don't let it flame that much.
Okay.
Okay.
It's all right, see, I'm doing all this so
Oh,
that
I
people
just
won't
got it
go
melting finally, yeah, it takes a bit.
Oh, here we go.
With a blob.
Yeah, it does. Once you get it going.
Oh, the blob's
Yeah, I
gonna
get
become
it.
part of
I get
my
it.
decoration.
Yeah, exactly.
Right up, yeah, there you go.
And you
If
gotta,
you need a different one, you think yours isn't working, there's more here. I wouldn't do too hard of a, I want to do them all in one.
this is
Well, you
fun.
can,
But I just wanna go somewhere.
Once we
where
get
it's-
going.
Well, no, this is fun.
Yeah.
Would I set this up at home? That's a question.
A feel for it.
Linda, you could have this at your house permanently, and we could just stop in and do it.
Yeah.
Sure.
You
No.
think?
Yeah, actually. Whoa, big block. There's a,
Okay, now what?
there's metal.
Well, I'm going to town here. I'm going to town.
Oh my
I get
gosh.
it.
Get over here.
There's a,
I want a
yeah,
bigger
right here,
circle.
ways to divide that is, that gives you one example.
Okay.
We did ask permission from the library to have,
Yeah, the candles were approved.
Yeah.
No,
We did
we
check that
do
out
not.
ahead of time.
Just
We did check all
divide it
the
in four.
requirements.
no.
Okay, I
Now
can show you,
what?
because I can melt this one off.
The guy up here, or should I put that on there?
No, I'll bring it, what did you
I
want?
wanted the yellow.
Okay. Here's your
Bob.
I like my lifelines, this is good. 'Cause if I make mistakes, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but you didn't put any lines yet.
Well, those will be lines.
No, but they're not lines now, you gotta put the wax on. You gotta put the wax
This is the
first,
tricky part.
and then put it in the dye.
It's like when we used to
No,
dye
no,
our
no,
eggs at
that's-
Easter, you
here-
wrote with
that's
a
just
quit
your
with a wax
guideline.
crayon,
You got
remember?
these
Oh,
You
see,
wrote
I
your
never
name
did
on it,
that.
you never
I
did that?
never did that.
Yes,
And
exactly.
then you dunked them in,
Exactly that
the
way.
same idea,
Same
right?
idea.
Yeah, because the wax keeps the dye
Yeah,
there,
you
and
can
stop
put
blotting on
circles,
the,
circles are.
the
But you
wax.
can appreciate, like, the
This
ones
is
that are
very
really
detailed,
finely
oh my
done.
God, yeah. Yes, I can very much appreciate it.
Remember when the, Rocco had that sale last year? The one that I sold my painting at and you gave the money to the Ukrainian?
Oh, yeah,
Well, there was, I don't know if you went to the show, but
I did, yeah.
do you remember?
Oh, they had eggs there, yeah.
Yes, and they were selling, I think, for $20,
Yeah.
which was still a good, I mean, I thought it was a fair price.
This is interesting. They're not gonna be very expert, but they'll.
Well, that's not for me.
I know, it's just, it's learning the process, right?
I think I actually did the flowers once.
Oh, I'm sure I never did.
Carol, you're still drawing, that's fantastic. I want to come over and see
Then you
you.
wanna cover the blue.
It's gotta be,
You know what, I should have been thinking.
you have your grandson on there?
You get
You
your
got your
first color.
Yeah, you got Kale on there? You got your
Your
grandson?
first color is yellow, you gotta color for that yellow up
Linda.
next.
Okay, now tell me about this. I'm going to put it like this close to
Mine's
it.
gonna be
Yeah,
horrible.
you're gonna scoop some stuff on it.
See, that's one of the things I'm gonna address in my
Or
class.
you can put this
What?
part in too.
All
That's the
self-criticism.
funnel. That's
So
what-
this is what you do this.
I'm not gonna allow any self-criticism.
Put it in.
If anybody self-criticizes, I'm gonna give you a star.
If it, As long as it's not negative, no negative
Yeah, you gotta
criticism,
really
no art.
scoop it.
Really dig it?
Yeah, you gotta dig it.
Like you just said that, I'm doing a terrible job, I'm
Yeah.
gonna give you a star.
Oh, I get a star for saying that?
Well, because I want,
Or a
I wanted
demerit.
to, I wanted to diminish
Is
it.
it coming out?
What is the word diminish?
It is.
I don't want.
You want to give me demerits for it.
No, I don't want to give you demerits, because that's like negative on the negative. I want to discourage self-criticism, that's what
Okay.
I'm trying to say.
Well, this is interesting.
I see, like, I love this.
Writing, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it's fun. It's supposed to be relaxing.
It is.
Not
Big blob.
Unless you got a blob, but that.
I got a
can
lot of
be
blobs. I'm
your
trying to make them
flowers.
bigger blobs. Yeah, I
Oh,
know.
David left?
He didn't want to do. Oh, so I didn't mention that. Because mostly the women did it, because they were in the house.
And they were also the most creative. Let's go, Women's Month.
But I didn't want to say it
Oh,
because
blob.
discourage them, because men do it now.
Well, I'm sure they did too, but right now it's what, the month of women, so.
And today's International Day of
It's out
Women.
there.
It's international.
Does anybody watch YouTube?
Oh, yes.
Well, I tell you, there's the most wonderful program on. I only discovered her this week. Rosetta Tharpe. She was the godmother of rock and roll, and that's my favorite YouTube of the day. Rosetta Tharpe. 100 years ago, she was playing the steel guitar,
Yeah.
and I mean, it's just amazing how she influenced Elvis and everybody. And I never knew about her until this week.
What's blob?
Oh, there, this is.
I made a bigger blob out of my blob, but that's okay.
Yours is really flowing. Well, maybe
It
you
is.
made a different one.
Yeah, it's different, all right.
I mean, a different.
All right, now.
Your art's supposed
Now.
to be.
Uh-huh.
Stanley, there's a great
Oh,
YouTube video
I think this is a
called
small tip, but who
It's
knows?
a TED Talk, Embrace the Shake. Have you seen it? Embrace the
Embrace.
Shake.
I do watch some TED Talks. And what is it
It's
about?
on YouTube.
It's a new one?
No,
Oh, so it wasn't like before COVID or during COVID, or it has nothing to do with COVID.
nothing to do with
I
color.
got you. Can I ask the question now? Could I paint, if I painted now, let's just say, right? And I painted green, okay? Then all of this will be white where the lines are.
Where the lines.
So, all right, let me think about that. Now,
I don't know.
what?
Were you gonna do this? No, you're just looking.
You're just
There's
watching.
an extra spot
There's a
there.
place here.
All right, well, come in and look then, you don't have to stand at the door. Come in and walk around. So I can start with green, but then, all right, and here's green.
Well, I'm
Now,
frustrated with
Set
this.
your stick on fire.
Okay, where's the yellow?
You want green.
Yes, I
You got a
realize that.
big space.
So let me think, let me think.
Okay, who's got yellow
You
dye?
need those blob ones.
All right,
Where would the yellow
all right,
dye
I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna
be? Way
keep.
down, or you got some nearby?
Well, the only reason is, I think I do wanna do green. I think
I'm starting with lightest.
I do. Dark green.
I'm starting with the lightest color, so now I'm going to dip it.
Well, we
If
got
I only
colors
dip
over
like
there.
halfway, right, or something.
No, you dip.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, boy, I hope they didn't pop. Okay, so
dunk it in.
dunk it in. It's gonna float.
Oh,
See,
okay, yeah.
because they're hollow.
Right, and you set
So
them.
just let it in there
Okay. Get in there, and dunk him under.
and push them under.
Oh,
And
okay.
hopefully you can
No, I'm
hold it, or
I'm
you
thinking
can.
about what I
Oh, I see what you're
Yeah.
saying. You're clipping him to the side. Ah,
Yeah, I can't see.
I can
So
see.
then
Okay.
I think
Like
I
that.
wanna do the
Yeah,
How
he's
long has it
under
gotta
pretty
stay
good,
under?
but I would turn
Then I'm
it.
gonna do individual
Okay.
other things.
It's about
Let
3
me think,
minutes.
do I wanna, which?
3 minutes, that long, huh, on the dye?
Well, not really. It's
3 seconds?
I'm gonna do this.
It looks pretty yellow. It looks pretty yellow already.
I like where I'm
Oh, I see.
right now, and I'm just, I'm putting the
There's
egg.
light blue.
Nah,
Okay.
no, I wanna do this. So, and all I
That's
do
for my
is, I'm
fingers
watching you
touching
now,
it?
Jane.
I have no idea what I'm doing,
No, you're pushing the
She
egg
wants to
down.
make sure it's down. I thought the,
because they float, you know?
I thought,
That.
I thought the, this.
Oh, no, this is good. This is
Yeah,
good,
you
I'm
see,
happy
the
with it.
dark, the longer you leave it, the darker it
All right.
goes. If you want it light, just take it out.
And how do I take
But
it
I,
out? No, no, no. Stop criticizing yourself, you did great.
Okay,
I
I'm
want
putting
you
the
to
lid
come to
back on
mine
so I
and
don't
say
spill
all
it,
positive
okay?
things. That's it. All right, there's the deal on that. Okay,
All right,
now
put
I
it
let,
on the paper.
now I let it dry.
Oh, dab it.
Dab it dry. Really?
Yeah, don't burn up your toilet paper.
Let me cover this, so here's a dark, here's a,
Okay.
here's a, what is basically a light blue. You should
Yeah.
have one.
Oh.
But it'd be dark if you left it in.
I got blue over here, anybody need blue?
Okay, so I'm dabbing off the extra. Now what? I melt off this wax
Dabbing this.
and I do another color?
Yeah.
Or what?
Can I get my fingers on it, or are they not?
Well, you'll get dyed.
Oh, I don't care about my
Yeah.
fingers, are you kidding?
Well, I would use it tissue.
Oh, you just, is that
Or
what
is it, oh,
you
you do have it, I'm sorry.
do?
Okay, then what? What's the next step? I gotta get this
I
wax
got,
off?
it's for everybody at home now. The rip. That's why I'm gonna take this off. I think I'm kidding you. Dale said, Dale said the truth. I like this.
But then how do you get, oh, you get the wax off in the oven, she
Yes,
said.
exactly.
Alright, so now,
I mean, it's.
That's nice. Now what I could do,
The skills
Yeah, everything you want blue,
right, I
draw the
can,
lines.
I can leave.
I mean, you could just
I
make
would-
lines for the covers.
Oh, yes, I
Or you
could.
can-
But I'm
and,
gonna,
yeah, that's the.
okay, let me think.
Something was wrong.
Okay,
Okay.
You just gave me an idea.
You know,
But if I wanna dye just,
X's,
like,
next.
let's say I did the next one dots, let's just say. And I
Yeah.
only wanted to do 3 dots in each of these corners.
Okay.
Then I just wanna dye, oh, that will be blue.
Yes,
Gotcha.
that will be blue.
Yes,
And the
So now
white
we
will
gotta
still
try
be
this
white.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
nothing's
And I'm not
gonna-
taking off any wax now.
No.
Gotcha.
the
we're gonna
very
take it all
end.
off at the end, okay, just add more wax.
Did anybody need
So now if I wax over the yellow, that part stays yellow instead of white, right?
Go ahead, I'm not talking to him.
This is kind of interesting.
I think
Okay,
that's-
Oh,
you went
stop
to
being
Mercer Gallery
blobby.
already, is that right?
Board meetings and.
Where?
You went to the Mercer Gallery?
Oh, we went, yeah, last Thursday. For Richard Jenks,
I'm
yeah.
kidding.
No, it's-
Musliner and I are gonna go Friday. I think either Friday or Monday. I didn't get to yours yet, but I'm thinking of it. I might even do it this weekend. But I'll just go on.
Look at the blobbing. It's
Yeah,
very blobby.
Were you done with the yellow?
Yep, we can send her back down.
Okay.
Here, I'll bring it over.
Oh,
You can stay there.
Oh, I know,
I just wanna make sure I put the
yes.
Yeah.
This kind of walk around. If you want to darken,
Oh, okay. The light candles go first, one of-
you're welcome.
Okay, so if I want,
Maybe a disaster.
You want yellow?
What's with the
I
blob?
was using
And
yellow.
they're orange, pretty light. And you know, the longer you leave it in, the darker it's gonna be. If you take it right out, it'll be.
Remember the little O-ring though, we
Light.
played with it.
Okay.
Did you take that little O-ring? No, I'm talking.
Okay. I don't like the orange. Did you want the yellow?
Yeah. I'm gonna take the picture.
That's very good,
Well, I'm
Jane.
trying to make it follow my pencil. Oh, the yellow's back down there. She already asked me.
I didn't want a lot of it, I just wanted a little.
Yeah, you don't need it.
No.
See, she didn't get a lot of it.
I just wanted a little.
Or you can, if you want it dark, you can have it dark. I'm putting down here.
Recent
these
you
wax
should have
turns-
class on how to draw, how to,
Okay, how I remember
how to grow.
Well, I got a blobby mess.
Black is last.
Oh, I like yours.
Wow.
Yeah, mine has
Very
no
blobby.
like symmetry at all.
Wow. I was trying to, but it doesn't seem to be cooperating.
There is one, there's one down here on the floor. Purple's pretty dark.
So,
here.
That's exactly the way I wanted it.
Oh, you stinking thing.
This is exactly the way I want it now. Sue appreciates what I'm saying. Whatever happens,
Yeah, I get it.
I fully accept. I fully embrace, right.
Are not perfect.
Yeah.
Come on, you stinking wax.
You do know that Sue was, Susan, I don't, Susan, do you like to call Sue or Susan?
Either,
But her initials are SL. And she had a,
No, that sounds
she had
fantastic.
a really neat,
What's this one?
sketch drawn
Oh, yeah.
at our meeting. And I kept seeing the initials, SL. Who's SL? I was trying to think of it. Then she came up with it. Oh, SL.
Well,
And now I have to call her SLF from now on.
So my maiden name was Amundsen, so my initials were SLA, which wasn't good back in the 70s.
SLAM. I could call you Slam.
You could. I might not answer.
Yeah, you might not answer.
I feel like I'm not getting wax out of
I know, that's what I was having a
It
hard
might,
time
I
with.
wonder if you know what I think when that happens? You gotta leave it in the flame.
You gotta get it melted, but then you get a big blob too, so there's a fine line in between
Thinking maybe I'm gonna.
lines and blobs.
But it really does, because what's happening, your hole is getting stuck.
What? Oh,
The whole of
the pointing at it, yeah. Where's it going?
I don't have any strength.
Well, this is really good. I got my story in
So you
so
just kind
far.
of.
Now, what happened next?
Stop blobbing.
That's another thing, right? I did a lot of work at the marker. Yeah. I know you from there.
So we put the egg rolls, we said,
I'm Sally.
Are you gonna, okay.
Yeah,
I want Lake
I
Louise,
did a lot of work at the marker.
okay, so I put it in this
All
one.
right, so that's a memorial art.
Do I don't
After
round it?
that, what is next? I
Okay, come
think I
on.
want to wait.
Try to get it in
I
there?
think I want to just dip this end.
Oh,
Because you want to focus on
and then hold it like that,
make sure it's good.
like that.
Pop up.
Oh, okay.
David,
Yes, I do.
David, I want to show off.
Okay.
I want to show off.
There it goes.
Blob, don't blob me,
So
come
these
on.
are my stories.
That's what I'm saying,
So
it's
these are
like,
my
see,
different
I used to teach kids classes.
See, that's why that whole leg is.
Yeah, but I used to teach kids classes, you know, put home, kids come over and look at the kids make a report. And I'd be like, okay, so you know, bunch your canvases out, okay, here's a whole ton of it, go at it.
And I don't know what
And
I'm
they would be
doing.
like, oh, how do you try to train? I'm like,
I'm
Accomplish
just,
a lot in just a
whatever
short
you,
period of
whatever
time.
you
Well,
want to do. Draw whatever.
I'm
you
just
wanna
telling you,
do,
bring your
draw
research.
pictures,
You
draw
said you
paintings. I
wanted,
don't really care
you're
if
doing
my daughter
research for your
started
novel.
doing
What kind of
research,
Christian
inviting
symbols would
her
you
friends
think
over.
would be
Crosses.
I go, it's right here accessible for you now. Now when she
Crosses.
comes over, it's her roll down to like,
David, if you want to check that book out, it's checked out to me just for this class.
I just want to see what
we
they
want to paint, so they take a paint. Yeah, I know, it's pretty impressive, but it's usually step by step, and they want step by steps, and I'm like, who cares? I mean, a purple tree.
Does it
Right. Look, that purple tree goes on, you know?
Oh, what's with, it's cutting out, I don't know why.
Sue, I have questions in advance of my class next month.
Okay.
Should I ask you? Not now,
Yeah.
but, yeah. So I should just direct all questions to you?
Yep.
Well, I'll send them to
You know
you,
where she put these?
like, by email, and you like that the best?
Oh,
Yeah,
you need a different one?
Yeah, oh, you don't mind
I need
checking?
your, nothing but.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm getting blobs
Because I'm
too.
thinking out loud and
I don't,
getting
Yeah, I
closer.
wanted to make
I'm
sure.
getting closer to it, so that's, yeah. So, all right, we'll have a we'll figure out a good time.
Okay. Sally, this weekend's good. My husband's going out of town from
right.
Friday until Tuesday, so
Oh, that's good to know.
good time.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. So,
yeah, I'm getting no straight lines, just blobs
So
mostly.
what is the clip for it to hold?
Oh, she said if you put it down in, then you kind of have to put this on top of your egg. And you could use the clothespin to hold
Just
it.
drop your egg in.
Yeah, push it down, and then you can clip the handle to your side of your jar for a minute. Did you find another one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you get another one?
Opposite of what we do when we do this.
This is, what did she say this was? What kind of wax?
Beeswax.
No, this, beeswax. Oh, and what is, this is just candle.
It's just a candle, yeah. No, she said because it was beeswax, it would turn black when we put it on the egg after it melts, but I'm not seeing it. That's, you know, about even getting any on here. That's the problem.
Are you really holding it into the flame for a long time?
I'm trying to, but yeah, that's like I said, I either get nothing or I get a big blob. So it's whatever.
Oh, no, I didn't want to make one, I just wanted to learn about them. What would you say are common symbols for
I'll tell you
Christian
what.
symbols?
Just for the hell of it.
Triangle,
Let's switch.
crosses
Here's
they
mine.
do.
See if your
Are you getting
church
good
is-
lines?
I don't care.
Oh.
I don't care. I don't care about.
I just put a lot of wax in there.
That's
just to
fine.
melt
Nets,
down.
Oh,
netting,
nets.
netting,
Oh, okay, for fish.
and not fish,
I'm not putting that much wax. I'm
ladders.
putting very little wax.
Ladders.
ladders up there.
Oh, really?
I'm
Oh,
still
okay.
gonna, I'm still
Very good, very
All
good.
right.
Thank you very much.
Oh, look at that.
You can take the papers
Now
if
you
you want
see?
some of the papers there.
Oh, I
They're-
remember that.
You have a bigger
okay.
line. I mean, a bigger opening,
Yeah,
I think.
that was the luxury. won't make
Because it
sense.
comes out in a nice steady
Okay,
line
so I
as
take
opposed
one
to
of,
nothing and
get
then a
this.
blob.
I gotta
Working
put
okay
these
for
in.
you? All right.
Yikes. To put over the
Tedious.
wax blob, and I got, okay,
Well,
bags.
it's not broad brush, that's, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I hear you.
Scissors.
No, I mean, the whole thing would be very detailed anyway. If I was doing it the right way.
Okay.
One other question, Susan, is Karen, I know Karen is away, right?
Yeah.
Is she coming back soon or a long time?
Yeah, she's just found.
So if you're gonna
Oh, all
poly
right.
everything.
I sent her a text.
Try this.
Thank you.
Oh, dark green.
Set it
No,
on
it's
thumbtacks
probably
or
blue.
something. You could take the stand if you, oh, I should tell you.
I'm fine. That's this color. But it could
Because I
also
figure
be
it's gonna
dark.
change to green if I already have yellow, right?
Take the little
Is it
stand.
gonna become
No,
green?
that's okay. I have stuff at home I can use, yeah.
When I dunk the sky,
I've got some
there you.
Or you might have,
Ah.
some people,
Oh, boy. Do I
um,
have wax on my hands? or
they
make
do
a
have
big blob?
fancy stands, hanging stands, you can hang it if
I
you
don't know what I'm getting
I
here.
thought those had a hook on the
I
top.
don't want it in a long time.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you can string it.
You don't want to be spilling
What
this
else
on
was
me.
it gonna do?
Okay, so I dunked her again, I'm blobbing it again. I think. I don't know what I'm doing here.
Fine.
Oh, she's done.
Where is she going?
She's done already.
Girl,
Carol's
I
done.
didn't see your egg.
Okay.
Don't rub them, just dab them.
Just dab them,
I'm
okay.
staying here until 5 o'clock.
That means you get to clean up
And then
then.
I can go home and have a nice glass of wine. You know, I can't, I gotta put a little work in.
Yeah. And I'm sticking with mine blue and green with yellow.
What? Oh, you start at 5 o'clock. That reminds me of something I sent to somebody the other day. It was 4 o'clock. I sent it to Bob Petco. I said, it's 5 o'clock.
I want to set off a smoke alarm or something. Well. Oh well, it was worth a try, time-wise.
Beautiful. I see a butterfly.
No, those were supposed to be the leaves.
Well, on one side I see a butterfly.
You do, huh? This was supposed to be the flower in the end, but, oh,
But what you can do is, you're gonna dip it in another color, huh?
I did that, that's it, that is the
Oh, you
other
just
color.
want, you just want two
That's
colors?
just it, I'm done. Done deal. I've had enough. Oh, Carol, I'm already about to
All right. I know, she left without
I'm
saying.
frustrated with it a little, but that's okay. Oh yeah, I'm dripping dye out the hole in the bottom of the egg here. Let's see. Let's just see. She says, don't erase. Don't erase. Where's the hole?
Sam, I heard you're going somewhere nice tonight. I know all about it.
You have a little birdie.
Remember, we're recording this, Sally. Watch what you say.
The source is Petra.
Push it down.
Yeah, I was,
So then I gave
I heard about
the
the
wax.
wax.
Oh.
I knew her, I jumped the time.
Yeah,
I just want you
you
to know.
pass.
Oh, how's she doing?
You want to push the egg down
She's,
from the top.
planning March 26th memorial. But it's not public, so, and that's what she's, but she also joined an art program, where was it? But she is gonna join the club, because there were a couple people on the list, I said, I'll get a hold of her.
It depends on
I've communicated with her regularly forever.
Oh, carry on.
So, yeah, it wasn't just because we got drunk. But anyway, so, she's definitely something to do. And Joan,
That's something.
can't think of her last
Maybe
name.
on Roby? Yeah.
No.
No.
more
Joan. Other Joan. Henry?
Henry, yeah, she's gonna rejoin too. She just got, you know, other things.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I get other things going on too sometimes. Well, I would have, Barb asked me if I wanted to go to that top thing tonight for the storytelling.
She
I
said
would
she
love
had
to
asked
go, but I got this Wednesday and next Wednesday, 7 on Fox News for Alzheimer's for Washington Forum.
Oh, terrific.
And I leave on the 18th, so they got us the 8th and the 15th, last minute training before we go.
Oh, no, that's all right.
Gotta do that.
She told me she had asked you.
Yeah, but, you know, did you ever see the thing on PBS, Stories from the Stage?
I went last year.
Oh, you ever watch that on TV?
No.
They have people that are storytellers. And they can tell a story. And they're really, I think they're fascinating. I love when people tell their stories.
It was
I
great
know.
last year.
I have some wipes here, but I'm not guaranteeing they're going to take it all off.
That's me.
You'll have to put your hands in bleach.
We're not in any hurry, right, Linda?
No, it's only 1 o'clock.
Oh, no. I thought it, yeah.
I had a
Good.
big breakfast.
Moving right along.
I
You could have
think
put
I'm
20
done.
colors in.
Now,
Yeah, we could have.
all right, now I
Was
would
it
like,
leaky?
Yeah, it's coming out the bottom. Yeah,
Now I
so
would
when I
like-
dunked it, it got in the hole right.
It wasn't perfect.
But that's okay.
Yeah, be careful.
I'm letting it drain out.
Be careful when you're melting the wax, you don't melt the plug off.
Oh, I might have done that, huh?
Linda, how long do you usually wait when you apply the wax? Like, is it like seconds or minutes that you usually wait before you put it in there?
Oh, it'll dry in seconds. The wax?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I didn't, okay. I like the one. Right, I'm only gonna dye it like this part. I'm only gonna put it in like this. I'm just gonna mess around with that. Yeah.
You tried it
Oh,
in half a color?
oh, well.
Yeah, good luck.
No, that's all right.
Okay.
See, that's a disadvantage.
No, it's
Oh,
fine.
Well, whatever, yeah.
Yeah, you
Oh.
can do them all and varnish and everything and then blow it up. But
Oh, it could crack.
And you don't want to put all that
Or
work
you
in
can
so it
leave,
will crack it.
you can leave them whole
With an
and
egg
they
inside.
supposedly
Just
dry
completely
up.
dry on their own eventually.
Yeah, supposedly dry.
Or do they get rotten egg smell?
No.
Only if you crack them
Only if
open.
they have a crack.
Yeah, right.
And you don't shake them.
Yeah, right.
You gotta put them in the, air circulated place.
To keep them, to let them dry
Yes.
out well. Mhm.
Well, you can relight it with this.
Now, I did for my aunt, and then they moved to Texas, and they had them all wrapped up,
Oh,
and they had a mess.
oh, no. Yeah, well,
And it stunk.
I bet. Well, I have a couple of little robin eggs that fell out of that nest before.
Oh, they didn't break?
Well, actually they both had a little hole or crack on the bottom, but they were pretty whole. So I kept them in a little jar with some little moss in the bottom, you know, just to keep them. And they don't smell, but they're sealed in a jar too. I got the lid on them, you know.
They probably wouldn't be too bad,
Yeah, there's
yeah.
not that much in them anyway.
Yeah.
And I should send her, I should send her a card. Do you have a?
You probably know my cat.
Yes, I do.
Oh,
No, okay, tell me what it is, Donna. This is Donna Cora, right.
Oh, yeah.
She had two hip, I have. And what is your address?
Everybody knows them. Hips, knees.
Heritage?
Yeah.
H-E-R-I-M-A-G-E. Rochester.
Yes.
Oh, no, I'm so glad I asked you.
Yeah.
Now, I had you cover them.
Oh, I remember she was walking with the cane. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's so dark.
I'll tell her I ran into you.
Maybe there may be because, yeah, probably a plug is, so I don't know.
Okay, still dreaming. They're dying inside my egg. I must have melted the plug in.
Love, Trinity, education. That's another part of this.
How do you put that in?
That would be a symbol of education. All right, I'm asking for help. What's a symbol of education? A book. A graduation plan. I don't know. Okay.
Be careful of the plug on top. Don't melt it off,
Yeah,
because there's a hole in there.
yeah, mine was sort of getting dye in the middle of
Now
it.
that's.
You don't want to melt the other.
Now you see, no, I'm not,
Okay.
but you know what? No, I don't mind you saying that, thank you.
It's a nice
But
school there.
I realize, see, this is not much darker than that. It's purple.
It would.
Right, we're just gonna go up going.
You know what I'm saying?
We start earlier.
Yeah, that blue
We
is
didn't
pretty
start
cool.
so early.
So what's another one darker than blue would be black? Let me try black. Just- I just want to do it at this end. Oh, red. Yep.
There is another
Making a mess of it.
Now, I want to put this on, but it's not on really tight, okay?
There's a real dark purple.
All right, we'll try
This
that.
one's darker. Maybe this one.
Thank you.
I like it. No, I really do like it.
Linda, why is this patchy? Oh, I like
This is a darker purple.
Watch out for the cords. Remember the last time I did a cord? That was fun.
Uh-oh.
I was at the.
Well, this thing keeps
Costco.
cutting out, and I think I'm gonna just,
Well, I'm just wondering if you have the timer not set on it correctly.
oh, I don't know, is there a timer?
Yeah, there's.
We didn't talk about setting a timer. Well, you know what, she's not demonstrating anymore anyway, so it really
No,
doesn't
I
matter.
think-
You know what I
Well,
mean?
I think you should do